Linegan's there! It's in! It's there!
It was Andy Linegan's last gas goal that sent the FA Cup to Highbury, and tonight Arsenal start their defence of the trophy in auspicious surroundings. Good evening from the new London Stadium, the new den, the new home of First Division Millwall. It's an all-London tie. The full house signs are up for the first time. The team known as the Lions had hoped for a major attraction in the third round. They don't come bigger than the holders themselves. Millwall are gunning for Arsenal, and it's Barry Davis in the commentary box.
And this is the lineup that Millwall look to write an early page of note in the history of the new den. Just one change from their last match, a 3-0 victory against Crystal Palace on New Year's Day. Pat van den Hauwe coming in to replace Neil Emblin, who's already played in the competition for his former club, Sittingbourne. They go into the game with an unbeaten record that runs 14 matches at home, 9 of them producing victories. Arsenal begin again without Linegan and cause a bit of a surprise by bringing Martin Keown into midfield, leaving out John Jensen, who is only on the substitutes bench. The referee is Paul Durkin, who comes from Portland in Dorset. And Millwall defending the goal to our right. First header for Tony Adams, the first man to hold up both cups at Wembley in one season. That's useful, and not a particularly good challenge by Keown. And it's loose. Oh dear, an opportunity not taken by David Mitchell, but it got a deflection for the corner. Uncertainty from the holders at the beginning, and the minor inquiry going on about what happened. Really didn't do well, Keown there. And Mitchell had a good chance when it broke loose, but he was challenged just as he went for the shot. In comes the corner. Better work from Keown. Revere. Side netting. Well, it certainly gets the contest off to a rattling good start. Got a bit caught with players actually on the goal line, but the shot was well covered. George Graham in the front row. Millwall's manager from December '82 to May '86, when he took over at Highbury. Right. Gets ironic applause from the home supporters. The man who scored 10 times in last season's FA Cup competition, including a hat-trick against Yeovil in round 3 and goals in both the final and the replay. Not one of his better efforts there. Hillier. Dixon. Fowler makes the run. Thatcher needs to make the challenge and does it well. So far, the best man-for-man contest of the match. Timed the tackle really well. Strong header out by Roberts. Dixon puts it back. Adams underneath it. Good nod down and well claimed. One supposed central defender, almost setting up the other, Steve Bold. Mitchell and Adams. The Australian does well, but then delayed his shot. You don't usually get 2 chances against Adams, and Mitchell was asking for the second. Oh, goodness me. Referee with whistle to mouth, and I'm not surprised at the reaction, because that was not a good tackle by Stevens on Hillier. Look at this. Did well, Hillier, to his credit, to get up and carry on, and then we got into a wrestling match. Brandon Howe came from Spurs on a free transfer in September. Fowler battles away. Campbell holds it up well. Dixon's cross. Good attempt by McGoldrick. Met it rather fuller than he might have wished, actually. He tried to do too much on the ball. Campbell. Hillier. Georgic wants it back down that left side. Keown tried to give it to him too. Lost its impetus though, that passing movement. And here is Goodman. Well claimed. Over the top of Brandon Howells is Campbell. Stevens just got back to him enough to put him off the shot. Campbell disappointed. Brandon Howe clearly caught out. Severe. Free kick. Bold challenge. Ball of pace for Mitchell to run onto. Well, didn't quite get the timing right. Seamus has already made his way forward. Mitchell taking a deeper position. Stevens is 6, 10 is Goodman. Chance for the shot. Well blocked. Nice idea though. Barber was trying for the shot. And bowled just away under a lot of pressure. And a fair old queue behind him, most of whom were wearing blue. Two Millwall players really forward, right on the line. Campbell. In the centre of the Arsenal substitutes. Brandon Howe. Right. He's gone on to join McGoldrick and Campbell in the middle. Mitchell. Took it well, Verveer. Goodman is ahead of him out to the right. It's the only ball on at the minute, unless he can switch inside, in which case there would be an enormous amount of space. They're trying to work that. Mitchell. Ray. Barber left side. 3 to find. 1 by Bowles. Not the best of clearances. Barber again. Offside. Goodman, the player, caught. But the head of Steve Bold, much in evidence defensively for Arsenal. And it's needed to be. Clearly offside the moment he played it. There were 2 of them. The one was Alex Ray. Right, trying to lose Thatcher. Campbell, Stevens. And the referee saw the flick of the foot, and Ian Wright's name will go in the book. Captain comes to intercede on behalf of the goal scorer. Thatcher initially was holding him. The ball comes to the right. But it didn't look too bad from that angle, I have to say. slight movement that resulted in Thatcher eventually falling. The statistic is a yellow card, which is not a major surprise. In fact, the free kick has been given in the centre circle. It's well on and well covered by Stevens. Corner coming deep into the last minute. That doesn't allow for the stoppage time. Hillier with the cross, and the goalkeeper was very fortunate. He committed himself. Parler's shot blocked. Hillier didn't see the possibilities of that until too late to get a cross in. Made his debut at the season start. This is the cross that caught the goalkeeper completely. If an Arsenal player had come forward on that, there was absolutely no cover by the man in green. McCarthy, his third season, again as player manager. They've gone by Bowl. It's got to be watched with care and is taken well. No real challenge coming in though on Keller. And Mitchell just didn't bounce kindly for him, but he was very sharp to see the possibility. And Arsenal a little bit lacking in concentration. Brandon Howe, Thatcher, McGoldrick, Bowles. Campbell just wouldn't run for right. Ray. Pace to the end of the half. Nice pass by Goodman. This is Barber. 4 up on the attack. And away comes Keown as Bavia was blocked. Parler. Campbell. Diagonal run by right, then he pulls out. And Thatcher comes across to make a timely interception and challenge. Certainly they couldn't have pushed themselves any harder. But we reach half-time without a goal. The first half full of industry and full of physical challenges, but neither Keller nor David Seaman have been beaten. The local boxing hero, Michael Bent. Home crowd hoping he'll successfully defend his heavyweight title here against the not quite so popular Herbie Hyde when the contest comes up in March. There's now a sign outside the old den which says simply danger demolition in progress. Well, in football terms, there wasn't too much being built in the new den in that first half. Real hammer and tong stuff. Keown, who was involved in a lot and did well. First free kick of the second half to Millwall. Referee wants attention to be given. Arsenal skipper trying to clear his head. Again, it's the arm. So it came across the bridge of the nose. Good to see somebody smiling in the crowd. Brandon Howell to take it. And it's a whole push and shove. Thatcher. Revere. Oh, neatly done. Not so neatly done by Bold. Beaten by Mitchell's turn. And he took the Australian's feet from underneath him. And is about to be the second Arsenal player to be booked. Just kept going as Mitchell turned. Shot was from Alex Ray. No more need be said. Campbell. The ball was actually intended for Hillier, who was the wider player, but didn't continue the run. This would have been a much better angle. But Arsenal get a corner from it, for which Bold takes his sentry position on the near edge. Parler! They all got a bit caught by that. Still checking on the marking. Keown came late, drew everybody, and nobody went with Parler. Side-footed. Looked a bit nearer than it was from that angle. Ray Parler. Two in the middle. Brandon Howell's challenge once again. Check out by Campbell. He did three to stop him. That's Bold's. Appeals from Arsenal supporters, but it was never going to be given. Stevens and McGoldrick. Well, there was certainly a lean in. Ian Wright. Nobody coming in from the back of the box. Well played, Ray. Chase for Mitchell. Adams across. Goodman going in support. Bavir at the back of the box is the best ball. This is he. They missed him out. Not a bad try by Barber. Better stuff from Millwall. And yet another attack built from one end to the other. Off the outside, he didn't hit it very truly. And the first substitution. And Ian Wright is the player to come off. And he's replaced by Paul Merson, who comes into a match in which, in spite of cussed determination by both sides to win the ball, has yet to require either goalkeeper to make a save. Thatcher. Mitchell came a little bit late, really. But the cross found its way across the Arsenal back line. Starts to go now, rather than when it was hit. Couldn't get in on the ball enough. Winterbed take the Arsenal free kick. Paul was looking to get the flick across. Goldrick. Campbell. No power in the shot. Crowd liking to keep possession. Got a few passes so far. Huge, disappointing shot at the end of it from Ray. So far, this third round has produced 9 draws, 2 of them without goals. And the record attendance at the New Den, 20,093. Previous best was for the opening of the stadium, 17,887 against Sporting Lisbon. Then still Bobby Robson's side. Still wait for a goal to talk about. Ball on the edge of the area. Merson being held out by the hand of Thatcher. Huxford's header, then Parler's. Winterburn. Gray. Oh, recovering his error, but here comes Bavir. Oh, I don't know how much he meant that, but it worked if he can get it across. But he couldn't for somebody who mattered from a Millwall point of view. Dixon. Another tank run down the right. This one slightly more staccato. Parler. Merson. McGoldrick had already made the move in. The flag goes up. Just a pace forward, not appreciated by the crowd. Revere. Ray decided not to play it inside. His shooting has all been high and wide. Regrettably for the home supporters, not very handsome. Stevens. There's a gap down the middle, but they can push up and get the offside. They don't this time, in fact. Revere. Crowd not liking the fact that he went back with the ball. Inside the last 2 minutes. Off Keir. Chance of a break for Arsenal with Paul Merson. He's got in behind for a moment. Vandenhauer across and well. Corner. The fullback who got the challenge in. Man in the fullback position, Ray. Keller. And it's squeezed in from the resulting corner. Adams and Campbell in mutual congratulation. And the Arsenal skipper has done it again. Goalkeeper seemed to have it, lost it, and Adams managing to find a way through. Really should have held on. He tried to paw it away, and the man on the line couldn't keep it up. Came for it from a sort of standing position. It came off his palms, and Adams is the scorer. Header from Campbell. Well into stoppage time. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Adams claiming it was made to look worse than it was, and the referee agrees with him. Ray was the player who spun away, and Arsenal wanting to make a substitution. John Jensen to come on. And Dave Hillier to go off. Gives the Arsenal defence a moment of respite to make sure they don't concede in the last seconds. Barber. Good header! But Stevens denied the ball. Balancing somewhat precariously on the hand of David Seaman. Pulled it down, juggled, held it in, and gave a wink of relief. It's the first save he's had to make in the match. And it came at the end of the 93rd minute. This man, beaten once, hasn't had too much to do either. Mitchell. Chase for Goodman and for Adams. Plants the ball into the crowd. Roberts. Final ball into the Arsenal area. But it was the touch of Tony Adams in the opposition area which proved decisive. Squeezing the ball past Keller after he failed to clear. An untidy goal, deciding a very hard match in every sense. It looked for so long as though marking, tackling and harrying would prove to be the victor. But in the end, resilient Arsenal yet again squeeze home. The holders are still in the cup. In one word, tough.
I could think of a lot more words that would describe it, to be quite honest.
But it looked as though it was going to be a replay, didn't it?
Should have been a replay. In my opinion, I've just said to somebody else, my opinion counts for zilch now. But in my opinion, it should have been a replay. We deserved a replay. I think we were the better side on the night. Played the better football.
And you think the goal should have been cancelled out?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell me why?
I think it was a foul on Casey Keller. And I think everybody said it was a foul on Casey Keller.
Why?
By Merson. Jumped up, he threw his arm across his face.
And your goalkeeper presumably felt that, did he?
Oh, he did. Yeah, he's bitterly disappointed. He feels cheated out of it like the rest of us do.
I think the goalkeeper, looking back on it, I'm sure he must think he could have done better.
Yes, I mean, it's the sort of goal where a goalkeeper would think, come on, I was fouled, hopefully.
I wouldn't agree with that.
No, I wasn't saying that he was, but I think he might wish that he had
Well,
been.
I'm sure he will say that. But, I'm sure if he looks back on it, I'm sure he would handle it better the next time.
To be honest with you, I was very surprised that Merce challenged him. He don't like getting in there, and he might have got hurt, but he got in there, and I thought it was a fair challenge and put it in.
A tough game.
Always tough. It's never an easy place to come. We didn't play particularly well, but we you know, loads of commitment, loads of strength, and we kept solid and nicked it at the end.
Tell you what, George, Wrexham's a long time ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and you know, we've done well in cup ties since then. We've done very well, but that was a close game tonight. We expected a hard-fought battle, and that's what it turned out. As I said, not many chances for both sides, really. We didn't have many chances, I think, because of Ian's you know, lack of fitness due to this virus. Kevin Campbell worked very hard up front. It was a very even game.
A cruel end to the night for Millwall, but cup holders Arsenal go through. They won the trophy with a last-minute goal. They've started their defence of it with a last-minute goal, and they play the eventual winners of the Everton-Bolton tie in round 4. Next football on BBC television, back to the Premiership title race, match of the day, Saturday night. But from the new den, where it was fast and furious, good night.